Close and hello and welcome everybody. I am your humble host, and today we're playing some Namco Museum, and I brought Casey along.
Hello everybody.
Today's the day before MFF, so I slept in a little bit. I told you guys today was going to be a later stream. Hey Zeke, hey Karmic, how you doing? So Casey, you're getting us started today. I am gonna probably be player 2 for a little while, so if you want to go to either the museum or games, check it out. Have you played this game before?
No, I've never touched any of the Namco museums other than the anniversary disc they put out on PS2. That was the only Namco museum I've ever touched.
This one's gonna blow your mind if you go to the museum. I think you'll really appreciate this. Hit the buttons, the face buttons on the loading screen.
I pressed 2, nothing happened.
No, like you gotta mash. You can make Pac-Man run. So you can talk to them, they handle your save data. If you hit triangle, you'll look up. If you hit circle, if you hit X, you'll look down, I believe, and circle is to talk. 2 streams in a row, I'm amazed, says Karmic. Yes, I know, I didn't even think, honestly.
Welcome to the Namco Museum. There are 7 games exhibited in the museum.
Register your name. This will be what lets you save your high scores. But yeah, 2 streams in a row, Casey. You amazed?
Whoa!
That never happens, right? Not since the Great Flood. Alright, so this museum's got Pac-Man, Rally X, Galaga, Pole Position, the Lounge where you can check stuff out, Exit, which is where you came in, Toy Pop, which is one of Namco's early endeavors, Bosconian, which is fucking amazing.
If you haven't tried this, you should.
You should play Bosconian. And then we got Rally X over here, which is just a good time.
You know what? I'm gonna let chat decide what is the first game we play.
Sure.
And we can show them all the cool things inside each and every room.
Yeah.
There's little secrets everywhere.
Mm-hmm. There is. So I'm assuming you've heard about it or at least saw my video on it, or...
No, because I was there with you when you recorded it.
That's right. You just didn't play it.
I didn't play it.
You helped me out with all the other playthroughs.
Somebody forgot.
Well, it's been a year.
I didn't play DS, though. I didn't play the DS collection. Thank God.
Oh, gosh.
You did show me it, though.
Yeah, well, so I actually really wanted to, this stream was supposed to happen shortly after the Pac-Man video went up. I think everyone knows what happened with the Pac-Man video, though. It was kind of just my last upload for a while. And I couldn't do anything about it. Well, I'm doing something about it.
I can't not think of the intro to the Avatar: The Last Airbender. But when the world needed him the most, he vanished.
Show up a couple months later. Hey guys, I'm dying over here. Anybody got coffee?
I got duct tape and espresso.
I got duct tape, espresso, and I'm being held together with...
Espresso. Not espresso, it's espresso.
I have a Spanish drink, and I'm being held together by paper clips.
It's Italian, but yes.
I'm drinking water.
Yeah, you are.
Alright, so chat, you guys go ahead and pick
Actually,
voice.
you should put out a poll.
No,
Nah?
that would take up too much time and space and energy.
That's fair.
Chat's not talking, so I'd say just jump into one.
You know what? I'm gonna play some Bosconian. I'm gonna show chat why this game is so good.
It's really cool. And we'll be playing through, we won't just be playing through the end disc, we will be playing through all of them, because I have all the Namco Museum discs. I think the only one I don't have on here is Anthology 1, because Anthology 2 had a Pac-Man game on it that I wanted to play. We are using the Polymega to stream this, so... yeah. Goat says pole position. Well, we'll do pole position next, dear.
Could be worse.
So, you can zoom in here and read the text. if you're lucky. These are incredibly high resolution scans for such a for the console and for the time.
You know what's funny?
Yeah?
If you look down there, the Nedgecon is mentioned. I think it's a controller that not many people know about.
Zoom out if you could, because
Yeah, I can't read any of this. I've never wanted.
Oh, yeah, the Nedgecon. So the Nedgecon is a controller that allowed you to rotate the center of the pivot the center of the controller. I've always wanted one of these. Essentially, it's meant for steering and racing. It was intended for Ridge Racer. Specifically, I believe Ridge Racer 4? But it was one of those pack-in controllers. Not everybody has one. It's a really neat thing. Just pick a couple of things to show off. I don't want to bore them too much. But yeah, it has a whole collection of stuff here. They've got pictures of the board.
I really wanted to show off like the marquee and stuff.
Oh, those are around the corner. So like, that's the instruction card. It would be placed on the right to the right or the left of the monitor.
Oh, and there's the board.
Yep, and you can actually take a look at the board itself. They got photos of all of these. They do not do this in any other Namco museum. It's something exclusive to this one. Is you get a picture of both sides of the board.
Which I think is really cool.
So, I mean, I like it. I think it's neat. As a connoisseur of arcades, it's pretty cool to see how far people have come. You know, you didn't look behind you during any of that.
Because there's nothing there.
There's nothing there? Oh, so be it. I guess there's nothing there. So that little video over there will teach you how to play. And this is the Bosconian room. In every room, there are little tiny secrets, but they 3D rendered stuff from the game. So up there you see one of the Bosconians.
One of the
aliens. This Bosconian is a sequel to there it is. There he goes. We also get this awesome remix. How's audio levels, by the way, guys?
I like Pac-Man. It's just like, oh, that one right there.
Yeah, so Bosconian's a sequel to Galaxian in a way, but it was originally, I believe, intended to be its own series. I believe it's the USFF, is what it's called. Let me look it up. So this is something that I learned a long time ago. The YouTuber who now does PokeTuber stuff, UGSF, sorry, did a video on Pac-Man a long time back, and he got me really interested in knowing all that there was to know about, you know, Namco's little history and stuff. And instead of taking the time to be a dork and learn PokeTuber stuff, instead I've learned Namco Museum stuff. So it's like Ace Combat 3, Cyber Sled, Cyber Commando, Burning Force.
Oh, that website looks really cool.
Galaxian 3. Yeah, this is made by Namco. I know the chat can't see it. They got the Rising of Gorb. Galaxian, Galaga, Bosconian, Gapless, Galaga 88, Blastoff, Final Blaster, Bounty Hounds, Attack of the Zolgear, Starblade, then Dig Dug 2, Baraduke, Baraduke 2, Mr. Driller, Star Trigon, Star Luster, Star Exium, Tycho Drum, and its sequel.
Yeah.
Starblade, Shin Gun Destroy, and then New Space Raider, ending with Thunder Cipher and 3D Thunder Cipher 2. Or Scepter, sorry. Cipher. No. I'm getting tired, I can't read. I'm just waking up, guys. Hey, Foxino. already lost. So, the thing about Bosconi is that you shoot in both directions. And what appears to be a Galaxian starfighter. And you have to take out all of the Bosconian ships. They'll send stuff to stop you. On the right is a little map. I believe you can speed up your movement, can't you?
As far as I'm concerned, no. Because all the face buttons are doing the same thing.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that's just me.
So there's two ways to beat each starfighter, which is, or each of the Bosconian. You can either take out all of their outsides, so essentially all of the 6 points on their edges, or you can shoot the tiny point in the center, almost like your Star Wars.
Almost like your Star Wars.
Almost like your Star Wars. I want everybody to really feel like I'm outdated. You know, that Luke Scrambos guy or whatever.
Luke Scrambos guy.
OB2 Konami? I don't freaking know. That's what they say on the Disney Channel, right?
That's the first time I've heard anyone say it like that, and that's just... that warms my little heart. My cold, dead heart is warmed up.
Show of hands in the chat. How many of you guys did I make cringe with the, with that Star Wars references?
Max, help, I'm feeling.
So it's not always feasible to hit the core. Sometimes you gotta take out stuff around it.
Fudge.
But there's always ships coming at you.
It does grow over encumbersome at times. It's a fun little game.
It is a fun game. It is a fun game with one enhanced port.
Oh, does it?
So Namco did enhancements for some of their games when they brought them over to home systems. Not always did they do this. Bosconian is the only one, to my knowledge, that the upgrade was just for the X68000, which was a home PC in Japan, intended for gaming. It was one of the world's first gaming PCs. It had on-par hardware with basically most arcades, and they did a Bosconian... yeah? So they did a Bosconian, edit to try and, like, I don't know, just be cool for once.
For once?
For once.
You're acting like Namco isn't cool.
Sometimes they're not cool. Sometimes they're skeevy and rude. But,
Oh, I got an extra life.
yeah, and you also got the high score.
Yeah? Oh, yeah. Here's where they introduced some newer ships and the fact that the stations are now sideways.
I've never made it this far.
Bosconian's not an easy game, and it never will be.
No, it won't. But anyways, the X68000 port has upgraded music and sound effects. Using the synthesizers and stuff from the time to create a better gaming experience.
Yeah, I believe it. After this, we're gonna switch off to the next game.
Yep, which I believe Goat wants to be pole position, which we say that...
I can't believe he didn't know what Ice Hockey by Activision was.
I didn't know what Ice Hockey by Activision was. So if you don't know what we're referencing, folks, on my off time, I like to watch like random little nuggets of past gaming history, and one of those things is the advertisements. Ice Hockey by Activision has somebody just absolutely going apeshit for ice hockey on Atari. And pole position, there's a guy and his family driving a car, and
No, I didn't want to start again.
How
do I...
hit select. LR select. Start.
I don't know how to exit.
Now hang on. Oh, Would you mind grabbing the case off the shelf so I can read the manual real quick?
Yeah, I gotcha.
It's faster than looking it up. I promise you, folks. My internet is... Well, my internet's good. I pay for good internet, but I've got a lot of devices, so...
Here you go.
But it's easier if I just pull the disc off the shelf and read from there. How to use the controller. Thank you, game. Thank you. NedgeCon.
Casey and
Second
Gavin
floor.
stuck on
First
Busconian.
plan. Test
First flan.
screen. What?
Did you say first flan?
No. No, you interrupted me and now I have no idea what I said. So let me go backwards. First floor. How to use the controller. Pressing triangle returns to the dip switch screen? I don't think so. What's Bosconian say? How to use the controller. Oh. Well, there's your problem. It ain't got no gas in it. You started the game again instead of hitting triangle. So now I got a game over and then go from there. So chat, how you guys doing today? Anything interesting happening? No, I don't.
I think you have to wait for the timer to run.
Yeah, I think I do.
What was your introduction to Busconian, actually? I'm curious.
The Namco Museum Battle Collection on PlayStation Portable.
Interesting. Do you want to know mine?
What's that?
It was a plug and play.
Was it that standard cocktail looking one? Yeah, that's about right.
Wait, you're talking about one of those tables?
No, I'm talking about the there's a plug and play that looks like the stand-up arcade cabinet of Pac-Man.
Oh, no. It was just a simple joystick and a button. 2 buttons. In the shape of Pac-Man.
Oh, it's one of those. Z says nothing interesting, but I hope y'all are well. I'm a little bit annoyed, actually, but one of our roommates decided to bring way too much stuff and for Midwest Fur Fest this year, and now I've got to put more stuff into my car because they didn't plan on they didn't pack properly when I let them know that it was important to have priorities and only take what you really need. Well, they wanted to bring way too many suits and some stuff to trade, and now I have to take all of the stuff that was intended for sales, which is the whole reason we're going, is to sell stuff at the convention. So I see that this con is going to turn into a work trip for me, when it should be it's supposed to be the one con that I'm able to relax at. So I may just have a chip on my shoulder at the current moment, folks, and that chip ain't going away for another couple weeks. At least a couple days. But I've got guests over, so I can't voice my full opinion, which is stop being dumb. Please be smart. So the old circle you can run in the museum.
Mm-hmm.
So, this is what the arcade cabinet for pole position looks like.
Whoa.
Yeah, so you hopped in there and you're able to drive and go ahead and take over the controls.
Oh boy, here we go.
There he goes.
Oh, it came back for blood.
Pac-Man's gone. Oh god, he's back. Oh gosh, not this again. But yeah. I may just have a chip on my shoulder, but I'm doing just fine. Tower of Jiraga. On a billboard? Okay, so let me put some perspective in for pole position here. Pole position was originally released in arcades. In Japan by Namco. In the US, Atari took over porting duties. So Atari owned the rights for this for quite a while. Here, they've got kind of a mix of what you'd see in the Japanese and US versions of the game. So, we've got billboards for Dig Dug and Namco and stuff that tells you which way the track is turning. Then ads for Tower of Jiraga, which is a game we did not originally get over here, and a Pac-Man cartoon ad featuring the I believe it's Blinky?
Maybe.
It's either Blinky or Clyde, because they always mix up those two colors. So yeah.
There it was. It was Blinky.
Yep. You got 111th.
Yippee! Yippee!
Good job, Casey. Game over. So you have a time limit and a lap time. So there's two ways to win the game. It's essentially to go from start to finish as many times as possible without losing time. You get more time every time you cross the finish line. If you crash, you lose time. So your main goal is to qualify for the main race. So there's really no fancy tricks here with the coding or anything. It's pole position. It's one of the best racing games on arcades, at least around this time. Outrun wouldn't come for another couple years, actually. I'm pretty sure Outrun didn't come until the 90s?
Yeah, no, Outrun didn't come out till the 90s.
Yeah, so Outrun in late 90s, because this was rather early 80s.
And it's pretty good for early 80s.
It is. It sure as heck beats out anything the competition was doing.
I wasn't expecting this amount of quality out of it, believe it or not.
Yeah,
I've never seen any gameplay of pole position other than the ad.
The second game is better in almost every way, but the first one ain't half bad. You're not gonna get there. You got better. You could actually put your name in this time.
Yay! Who that girl coming through? Her name is Casey, I think.
Kaz.
Yeah. No!
Her name is Kaz.
I'm not Kaz. I'm game over.
Yeah, game over. Yeah. All right, you wanna head out and do something else, or?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna. Oh, we could power it off. Did you ever want to play a game, an arcade cabinet with it off?
So you can power it off and then power it back on. That's to do a whole reset. That's for the dip switches.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is the only Namco Museum that allows you to mess with the dip switches, like legit dip switches. They explain what they do as you're messing with them. They really did want this to feel like you are both an arcade owner, operator, and game player. It is really awesome. So we got Galaga, Pac-Man, Toy Pop. You can go into the lounge.
Actually, what is the lounge? I think we'll check that out first while we're discussing what game we should play next.
Yeah, of course. And chat, feel free to bring up. So these are, you're going to see the Namco Museum magazines, or Namco Game magazines? I don't really know. They're magazines Namco put out around the same time.
I think it is Namco Games.
Click that one. I'm really curious. Curious on how that looks.
Run, Pac-Man!
NG number 12. Pac-Man is morphing into a tiger.
Let's get out of here before he gets us.
I think you can take a... Yep. 13 is Toy Pop. No, these would give, I think, hints and stuff about the games.
I believe it.
I believe they were in the theme of, like, mangas and stuff. Continues after the last issue of NG Namco publishes Nors, a new magazine. So
I like how you even get a bit of history of Namco in this, not just
the
history of the games.
Yeah, it's meant to be a real time capsule into both what was going on at the time and what's going on, you know, what is in the past, because Namco is an older company. You know, they made amusement stuff. They attempted stuff like this robot here.
I'm deathly afraid of what I'm looking at.
So they made animatronics for stuff. They made toys. They're alongside Nintendo as far as being, you know, toy manufacturers. However, instead of for like smaller kids, it's more intended for carnival goers.
Ah.
So the stuff you play at the carnival or the fair. And if you didn't know that, well, now you do.
Amusement catalog.
Amusement machines. I wish we got to see more into the magazines themselves, but that does take a lot of work. The only company I've seen that does put that amount of work into something is Digital Eclipse. They did it with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, where they gathered up all advertisements and promotions of the game from Nintendo Power and stuff and scrubbed all the Nintendo licensed things from it that they could, so they could show it off on screen. Ah, yeah.
Tank Battalion.
Yeah, an advertisement for Tank Battalion and Pacman. These were intended for the arcade owners. So, essentially, they would get these flyers, they'd see the game and go, oh, yeah, I think my patrons would like this. They'd order the machine, Namco would take their cut, and the arcade owner would start making back their money. Galaxian, King and Balloon.
Shoot Away. Play Champ. Oh, these are really... I haven't seen any of these.
Nope. And you probably won't, because most of them didn't come in any of the other Namco museums. There's a physical one, that's
Wow.
yeah.
They really went all around with everything they could do.
Yep, so to note, Namco is also the ones who did the that one gun game, that light gun game you guys like to play.
Oh yeah,
with
Quick and Crash.
with the cups and stuff. So that baseball game is along that same lines.
Oh.
So this is your save data. It shows you the amount of times you played it, the amount of hours you played it, the highest score.
2 minutes. That's really neat. I like that.
Yep. Yep. We are now at 30 minutes. We've been hanging around here for quite a while. So,
look at that thing.
Chat has not mentioned anything else, so do you want to move on to the next Namco Museum?
You know what? Do you want to play a quick competitive round of Galaga?
Yeah, sure, why not? Make sure to put my controller in.
It is... Oh, give me a second.
So you're thinking...
Who
Right?
can score the highest?
Yeah. I can do it.
This is gonna be...
This is gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
We're getting competitive on the scene today. Now, there is just a menu you could go to access all the games. You don't have to go through the museum, but...
But just look at all this cool stuff.
I mean, it's really neat, and it's not in any other Namco museum. This is really the only way you're gonna see this stuff.
Like, I haven't...
Outside of actively hunting for it on the internet.
I mean, like, I haven't seen any of this stuff in ages.
That's how little Namco actually tries with their stuff. I really did mean it when I said that Namco treats their properties like dirt. when I was doing the Pac-Man video.
I'm making the same face, Pacman. Whoa.
It's neat. There's all sorts of little secrets if you can find them. I love the Namco museums. They're so good, and the PlayStation 1 ones are the only ones that I think actively.
I feel like the trending's a little slow, but that's just me.
Yeah, because you're meant to look around. It's a museum. You can hold circle to move faster.
I really like this.
All right, well, let's go ahead and get started then.
Oh, the cabinet I saw as a kid didn't look like this. Oh, this is pretty.
Well, that was how they normally looked. I'm assuming you played Miss Pac-Man Galaga?
No.
Oh.
It was a darker cabinet. I wish I... Actually, you know what? No, you might be right. It might have been.
Because if it's a dark cabinet, that's Miss Pac-Man Galaga.
It might have been.
Which is a really popular cabinet, but it also really wasn't licensed. They almost had the rights to Miss Pac-Man in their midst, and they just didn't wait for
There
it.
you go.
Yeah, I just had to start. So you're up first. She's really good at Galaga, guys. I don't think I'll beat her.
You have a chance.
I have a chance, but it's not a very high one.
If you think like that, you won't be.
No, I won't, but I will be trying. You know what?
What's up?
I'm gonna send some links out to some people. Let's see here. Let's go to the chats and see. I cannot think of anybody that actually is on to see the link, so I'm just gonna forego it for now. Wish chat was a little bit more chatty today.
That's fair.
Alright, well, you lost. Oh wait, it's still player one, because you...
Yeah, because I got my fighter captured on purpose, and I screwed up. It is two-player.
Eventually.
Taking the most risks today.
Yes, you are. Is it the dancing stage?
The dancing stage.
Yeah. This looks like the dancing bonus stage. The Galaxians dancing. Galaga dancing.
Ah. I kind of see it now.
Number of hits. Yeah, well, that's the whole point. It's they're dancing across the screen. Try to hit as many as you can.
Ah, gotcha.
Galaxian and Galaga were really a response to Space Invaders. Right? Technology had advanced to a point, and the space shooter was kind of falling out of style because everybody was doing Space Invaders. Ships move from left to right, they go down the screen. Namco kind of had I forget who exactly it was at Namco, but they had the idea to make the ships dance, give the players something to look at when the arcade game is not running. And when it is running, give them something to look at. Give people something to watch. Wouldn't take that many lines of code to,
Honestly, like the approach they did with the ships, making them look like bugs and creepy crawlies of all sorts.
I don't like bugs, so
Well,
it works
even more
perfectly.
reason to kill them.
I know, it's perfect.
Gavin starts an intergalactic war with the Galaxian.
The Galaxian threat.
Yeah.
Alright, back to you. Like I said, probably not gonna win here, but that's just because Casey is so good at this. Oh, and you got the scorpions out.
They escaped.
They did. There's all sorts of stuff you'll see in Galaga if you're if you're paying attention and trying. I actually really like Galaga to the point where I would love to make a space shooter based on Galaga. Not exactly one for one, but I'd like to do my own take on it.
Honestly, I'd love to see that. Because I feel like when people try to do space shooters nowadays, they try to go for Space Invaders because it's easier to code.
Well, they've been doing that since forever, but my thing is that when people do space shooters, they often do bullet hells, which are things like the Toho project, and that's just not my style. I like this. It's, yeah, you gotta avoid it, you gotta move, you're staying on your toes, and it's not too bad if you're going one way or the other. Now, if I were to be a jerk, I could have waited and sat on this, on one of the screens, and then all I'd have to do is avoid the enemies, and they wouldn't shoot anything. Because I believe the arcade ROM they used is that ROM, and that was a secret they found, was that if you waited in a specific spot with one enemy left, eventually they'd just run out of shots, and then the rest of the game there wouldn't be shots, so you could rack up a high score as high as you wanted.
Dang. Well,
let's see if I can catch up.
I think you could.
There's a good chance.
I am really glad I got that cabinet. That was actually a present from my grandmother.
What Galaga cabinet?
The miniature one that I have up there.
Oh. No thoughts.
And empty?
Oh, I just don't have any opinion on it. Plug and plays and little handheld devices like that, I just don't see a point, personally. That's more so because that's not the way I game. You know, Casey's got a turbo fire button under controller. She is still choosing to mash.
Because that's how I played in arcade.
Okay. I mean, it makes it more fair, because I don't have a turbo button. I'm using a PlayStation Classic controller, so... we might be here a while, folks. She's good. Nicely done. I gotta ask, what's the highest round you've been to?
Round 11, if I'm correct. Actually, it might be 9. I have no clue. It's been so long since I played, okay, that's good. It's actually really good. I have no issues with, how it's playing.
You shouldn't. This is a port.
Yeah, which is really crazy. I don't think a lot of people realize that this is a port and not like, oh, it's an emulation of the...
Yeah. I mean, I suppose you could call it a sort of emulation, but they really did have to, like, port things over. Around the PlayStation era, they were just now being able to emulate things, but it wasn't until that didn't really take off till the PS2. So a lot of like the early attempts at emulating these games were actually ports. The times when they are actually emulating things just don't work.
Yeah. Oh, I've never seen this enemy before.
Okay, so it was...
Oh, okay.
You gotta move. Get the dragonflies.
Casey becomes a bug just in spite of...
So, I have seen these enemies, but not in this game. I've seen them in Galaga arrangement.
So I've seen them in sprite, like on a sprite sheet, but I've never seen them in game. So we're soaring to new heights here, folks.
Did I expect today's stream to be hijacked by Galaga? Not in the slightest. Is it entertaining as heck? Absolutely. Do I have a word to say about it? Nope.
And you talked me out of Galaga for Game Boy. I can't believe you.
Nah, I'm good. I talked you out of Galaga for Game Boy because we're pretty much broke.
$3 is still $3 though.
Hey, look, there it is.
Hey, ship back. We're gonna go even longer.
Oh boy. Oh boy, Chad, is she gonna reach the kill screen?
We're gonna go red on the bottom line.
Red on the bottom line. Speaking of red, what did you think of the badge?
Oh, I really loved it. I just find it funny that he's just like, water.
Water.
I really like the one you did for me, though.
Yeah. So I made official handler badges for Karmic and Casey because they're the only two people I trust while at the con to handle us while in suit. There's no way I'm making it as
I
far as
can't
you.
believe I smacked you that bad.
I told you! I told you!
No, but I don't... Do you think I have the guile? I don't think that's the word I'm looking for.
The gumption? Yeah, I
Do you think I have the Bubba Gubba to do this?
the bubble gum?
Yeah, the Hubba Bubba. I wasn't expecting to get that score. That's actually the highest score I've ever gotten in this game.
And you're not done, you have an extra life.
Forgot about that. Oh no. I just know the reason why I have so much experience with this game is because when I was a kid, the dentist office I used to go to had an arcade cabinet of this and Pac-Man Jr.
See, Pac-Man Jr. was always an arcade machine I was always looking for. I found it one time while I was in an arcade in Georgia with my dad. We were on vacation, and my dad decided to take us all to an arcade. And I went in, and they had Pac-Man Jr. It wasn't like a Dave & Buster's. It was an old-school arcade. It had been open since the 80s and was just still running. And they had some really cool stuff. I don't think it's there anymore, sadly, but
Big unfortunate.
it was cool. So I got a 49.2% hit-miss ratio. That's kind of my scale for it. If you...
Oh, I died during the freaking, oh.
There it is. 51.8. Good game.
Good game. Casey just casually beating the crap out of your score. I'm sorry.
Please put in your high score. That is insane. The fact that we have this on stream and everything. So now it's saved in the annals of history.
And now, Karmic will have to beat me at it.
Zeke says mandatory water consumption.
Mandatory water consumption.
Yep.
Yeah, only for you.
No, it's mandatory for most people. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, but here's the switches.
Yeah.
Thought I might as well show this off before we hop ship to the next one.
Yeah. It's alright. So, like I said, I do have all of them, so. And this one's got Gapless, one of my favorites.
Gapless.
This game is solemnly not like, it's not solemnly, sodomly? It's not released much. It's the one Galaga game that's not really released much.
Solemnly?
There you go. That's the word. I'm tired.
Oh, it's him!
Yeah, you have the controls. Oops, you single player.
Ooh. Make him run. Run for the hills, Mappy. But yeah, I really like the animated intros.
Yeah, they're fantastic. The only two Namco museums that sold super great was the N and M discs. The other ones were kind of hit and miss. They were popular enough in Japan, but here in the States, not really. Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man were the two that sold, so you probably have never seen the A-disc in the wild.
I also really like these intros. They're nice.
They are. They're good references. I'd love to see them reanimated with modern techniques.
I really would. Anyways. Run, Mappy.
Alright, you want to go to just the games this time?
Yep.
Alright.
Oh, we got a lot of good titles in here.
Absolutely. Some of the best.
Let's start off with a bit of Super Pac-Man.
Sure. So long as we can do two-player.
No, one.
You heard her, chat.
Oh,
Load failed. Yeah, just go ahead and start it.
man fail.
It'll say load failed for
Run.
a lot of these games. Because it attempts to load first.
That's fair.
Yeah, it just changed. They changed the way this worked a little bit. By the third disc, they got loading a bit faster, too. So.
I haven't played this game in forever.
Alright. You're up first. Yes, the scale is wrong. But that's not a matter of my monitor, that's a matter of they had to change the scale to fit on the CRTs at the time. I run a 4K TV, so technically I could upscale this to a perfect ratio for the game itself.
I like the stutter that the ghosts do.
Yeah, they're neat. So Super Pac-Man is the real Pac-Man 2. Not Miss Pac-Man.
I agree with you on that.
Well, it's the one that was released second.
No shoe eating bonus? Dang.
I should have said something. I'm rather good at Super Pac-Man.
Yeah, I'm gonna lose. Ain't no ands, ifs, or buts about it. And then again, I completely smacked you at
Galaga. Only fair. I've been trying to get one of the final achievements in the Pac-Man collection, but that game's got insane amounts of input lag, and I cannot do it. I've made it super far on other ports, on other versions, on the Arcade Archives version specifically, but then the Pac-Man Museum Plus, I cannot, for the life of me, get past one of the rounds. It's one of the really late game rounds. It's the one right before it stops speeding up.
You have this maze completely figured out.
Yeah, I do, actually. There's a different way that you have to go later on in the game, but like this. But as long as you run it in a specific direction, I think the dip switch settings are a little different.
Yeah?
I know that speed's a little different than what I'm used to. It's a lot slower.
I'm really curious about the stuttering the ghosts do in this.
It has to do with what item you're on in terms of, like, eating. So if you're... it's the ghost switching from chase mode to search mode. Well, they have a third mode in this that stutters them.
Okay.
It's to help with the design of it all.
That's fair. Nicely done.
I'm not done yet.
Here comes Pinky with a steel chair.
Boom! I'm pretty sure that this is going to go pretty well.
Forget the rest of the collection. Check this out.
Starts playing with a tech deck.
I never learned how to play with a tech deck properly as a kid. It was kind of like, hey, finger skateboard.
See, I knew... I did learn how to play with a tech deck.
So you learned like the levers and stuff.
Well, it's because I already knew how to skateboard.
Well, you know what? I guess that's fair. You would like have to transfer all the
All you gotta do is
muscle
just...
memories to your fingers.
You just change what you're doing, where you're doing them at. So essentially, like, all you're doing is changing what part of your hand is, like, what part of your body is doing the flipping.
Pac-Man had then gone on to rob a shoe store.
Apparently. So... I think we eventually got Super Pac-Man. I know for a fact we didn't get one of the later ones, Pac and Pal.
Yeah, unfortunately. Pac and Pal's a really good title.
I like Pac and Pal well enough. I don't think it's the best Pac-Man game. Please hit a button. That's the one thing I don't like, is that the first player controller is the one that controls that screensaver. So you're all the way back at level 1.
You got a problem with that?
No, I just think it's funny. Karmic says, drink water, you dry dragon. Fine, I'm drinking water. I'm drinking water.
You should I cannot control this baby. I'm holding up. Okay.
Yeah, the maze works a little bit differently in Super Pac-Man. Because of the way that it's programmed, you have to... You can't hit up until... If you hit up at the intersection, you're kind of at a miss. You've gotta work kind of like Championship Edition. Almost exact, like, position per position. Or else you get things like that happening.
How'd you...
I was between Inky and Blinky.
Yeah, you slithered like a small snake.
Yep. Kinda, sorta. Kinda, sorta always good at doing that.
Eat like snake.
Like snake.
You're just gonna keep going.
I'm gonna something. Ah! They caught up a little too quick. Nope. Ghosts are faster than you until you eat a power pellet. Well, usually it's round 11 where I die, but...
It's pretty good still.
Chat, what'd you think of the performance there? Not bad for only 10 minutes.
That's pretty good.
Let's leave the museum, shall we? Try out one of the other games on here.
Alright. So we did that. We have...
Mappy, Gapless, Dragonbuster, Grobda, or Xavius. Chat's choice.
What if they pick Super Pac-Man again?
They might, but the answer is no.
The answer is no. We have Super Pac-Man at home.
The Super Pac-Man at home.
I mean, I feel like this is where it would come through. We have Super Pac-Man at home.
Yep.
Zeke says Mappy.
Mappy's always a good one. Mappy's another one that I got very good at on the PlayStation Portable.
This is gonna be fun.
Yeah, so we'll be getting done around 8 o'clock.
The fever dream that is...
Alright, let's go. So, Mappy's another one I got really good at on the PlayStation Portable on the Battle Collection, to the point where I actually learned a whole bunch of secrets, so if you haven't figured it out yet, it's alright. So, I'll explain. So, in Mappy, you basically got to avoid the cat gangsters and pick up all the items. When you pick up one item, the corresponding item flashes across the maze. When you pick it up, it'll get 2 points. If you do the entire stage like that, you'll get extra points. If you can hit the cats with either the doors or the energy beam, then you can... yeah.
You can stun them.
Then you can stun them,
away.
and you'll get points. As for what Casey was trying to do there with the door, you can only do that when facing the handles. Up we go, painting. Dark Mega Man X85 says, "Hey y'all, how's it been? It's been stressful, but I'm existing. I'm surviving. I'm finding time to do 2 streams back to back for once." But Mappy was kind of a character that got almost as popular as Pac-Man in Japan. They got multiple different video games. They only really stopped after, well, I think it was after the creative lead of Mappy, I think, left Namco. Mappy also got adult-oriented series animated for YouTube, done alongside in collaboration with the people who animated the Bravo Man cartoon, which I really appreciate. If you don't know what I'm talking about, please, you're doing a disservice to yourself. Go look up the Bravo Man cartoon. It's amazing. And the fact that Namco has taken it off of their website completely is such a shame. It was a collaboration between Newgrounds animators and, well, Namco. It was really good, really cute, and really fun. Super silly. My favorite episode is probably the variety episode, because there's this one bit that just keeps getting repeated. But which one's the real Bravo Man? Really? It's like a cardboard cutout. One of them, it's a houseplant and Bravo Man, and he's just like, you kidding me?
Really?
It's hilarious. I love it. It's so short. I need to just... I need to save copies of that show, just so I can watch it later whenever I'm feeling like it. Blade says, hey, Rio and I are trying to stream X Die, but the internet keep cutting out, so we called it quits. Oh, well, welcome over, guys. I'm glad you... I'm sorry your stream went bad, but I'm glad you're here to watch us play some Mappy for a little bit. We're doing Namco Museum today, specifically the PlayStation 1 discs. We're kind of just going for as long as we can. Casey kicked my butt at Galaga.
And then he proceeded to kick mine in Super Pac-Man.
Oh, you're almost to the end of the bonus. Will she be able to do it?
You jinxed me! Parents!
You're still beating me.
No.
Yeah, you are. You're on round 4.
I don't know what this you are speaking of. I just wanted to close the door.
You have to do it from the door handle side.
That's what I was trying to do.
No, you gotta be coming from the other end. You have to hit the button about where the door handle would be at.
It's really funny to mention I learned the song on piano.
You learned this song on piano.
Yeah.
That's not funny. That's amazing.
This song is a difficult ragtime to do, by the way.
It's fun. I like this.
That and the theme to Sky Kid.
Dark Mega Man X85 says Dig Dug is another good one. Dig Dug is absolutely another good one. I thoroughly enjoy me some Dig Dug. We will absolutely be playing Dig Dug today.
Oh, for sure. I played that recently one-handed.
We could play Mr. Driller,
Mr. Driller.
but that's another story that I don't know. Should I cover Mr. Driller on my channel?
Insert loud drum fill here.
Oh boy. I like Mr. Driller quite a bit. I've not finished, well, I mean, I've kind of finished Mr. Driller Drill Land. It's rather busy.
Oh, this is the round where he'll start hiding behind certain things.
No, he'll start hiding behind things at the start of the round. The boss?
Yeah.
If the boss is hiding behind a thing and you grab the thing, you get triple the points, I believe.
Really?
Yeah, you
I'm
get...
pretty sure you get snatched at that point.
Nope, you get points because you've caught him in the act.
You know what? That's fair.
Yep.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Well, you got a good score. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to pass you on this one. I'm a bit out of practice.
I think we both are. I don't remember the last time I played any of these Namco arcade
Blade
games.
Cross says this thing got foes on. Probably. So we're going in order of the discs. I have all the Namco Museum and one of the Namco Anthology discs, including Museum Encore. So, it's very likely that I've got foes on one of these discs.
if not Anthology 2 or the
And
reference.
well, Anthology 2 is more so intended for PC games.
I guess so.
How about we just close it out here?
Yep.
So,
I'm trying.
you're trying.
I'm trying.
Help.
There you go. You just turned it back on. Casey, what are you doing?
Go back.
Back to Mappy.
I want to be small again.
So Fozon is the one they want next. I'm not sure.
That's not on this collection.
No, it's not, but I think it's about time we switch collections anyways. Since, so we're on C. Or
Fozon's on this one.
Oh, Fozon's on this one. Alright, let's go.
We'll do that one
We'll
first.
do Fozon first.
I have no idea what Fozon is.
I know what it is, I don't really play it. So this is going to end in very interesting ways.
It is.
I'm so glad they patched this console. It still blows my mind it doesn't crash every 20 minutes.
Hey Casey, what about your progress in Mr. Bones? Ah, it's all gone.
All gone.
No more. Bye-bye.
It's dead.
The third disc here had some really good games. Did you skip it, or? Yeah, you skipped it.
Did you think it crashed?
Yeah, for a second there I was like, did it crash?
I gotcha.
So, Fozon. We also got Pole Position 2, which we're going to have to show off because you liked Pole Position 1, and
Dig Dug.
it'll be Dig Dug and Miss Pat. We're going to have to play pretty much everything on this disc. Let's go.
We can leave out the Tower of Duraga.
I will be doing Tower of Duraga on my own time.
Oh,
So, yeah, there's Gil.
he
so-
may not move fast.
For those who don't know, I'm a huge fan of Tower of Duraga. I appreciate what it's done for gaming. It's inspired The Legend of Zelda. It's done so much for cooperative play that I honestly cannot wait until eventually I get to play the entire series for you guys. But that'll be a different time. Alright, let's just go.
What?
Build this shape.
What?
Oh, your little Fozon's dead.
What? What did you want me to do?
Build that shape. So you are the centerpiece.
Ah, I have to avoid that thing.
Alright, I just gotta... Did it!
Oh. I don't see myself lasting long.
Things get much, much more complex. It's based on the idea of, so as you can see, oh, that thing is evil.
Why would anybody construct such a thing?
A lot of nostalgia here. I have no idea what I'm doing. I know that it's based on chemistry and atoms colliding and connecting to create chains. Good job, Case.
Thank you. This game has really interesting graphics.
At 8 o'clock, I plan on doing dinner. I'm rather excited to
Hey!
do dinner. Tonight I'm making curry, so...
Was this a trackball game?
I have...
It feels like one.
It kinda does feel like one. I have no idea if this was a trackball game.
I believe it's Blade Cross that was talking about this game. Do they know?
I have no idea. I mean, we could have checked the museum. I'm sure that would have told us.
Oh. Hi. This is really fun.
Yeah, it's something. I still don't really know what to make of it.
You gotta make the shape before Mr. Mister decides to touch you.
Ugh. I don't even want to think about that.
He's scaly.
Alright.
I love the spiral pattern you have for your clothes on. That is very useful, by the way. Like, oh, you gotta detach this.
I gotta let go of the thing. What?
Why did you... What?
Why did it release that one?
I thought it was the last one that you picked up is the one it releases.
That's what I thought, too.
Red Cross is just sitting in their chair. Haha. They don't know how to play the game.
They don't know how the game works.
This is scary. It's like...
No. Okay.
You lost two? Oh.
Stage is not cleared. Yeah, because I couldn't get it.
Try again. Oh, I see. There's a little timer on the bottom. Oh! Those are the amount of chances you get.
Well, hang on, wait. If it's not... Where's the number? Oh, down there at the bottom. Oh, I get it. I understand it now, kinda. I still don't know how
This
you're...
is so difficult. Why?
This is neat, but why? It doesn't make any sense.
Let go of the ones you currently have on the corners, build from the center, and then focus on the corners afterwards. I think that's what you're supposed to do.
Oh, sorry. I thought I was completely out of lives.
Yeah, see? Oh, never mind.
Well, I have to release them all anyways.
This is very hard.
Why did you recommend this blade? Ah!
I think they like this game and they knew that we'd have a bad time.
Alright. Yeah, no, I'm done. I can't keep doing this one. I'm so confused.
It's really fun though. Screen.
So that's all your settings. There's a quick menu now.
Oh, that's nice.
Like I said, they only got better. Alright. So, I believe it was Dark... somebody said Dig Dug. Dark Mega Man said Dig Dug. Let's do some Dig Dug, shall we?
I am ready to dig and dug.
I'm ready to dug and dig.
Run!
His name isn't Doug, by the way. It's Taizo Hori.
It says the Hori falling infinitely through the darkness right there. Did you see it?
Really, really confused. Go ahead and hit start. Alright. So, yeah, this, Taizo Hori means I like to dig.
Really?
Yes.
That's really cute.
If you ever want to show mastery over this game, try and clear out every block of dirt in this entire game. Like in one
This
screen.
Rygar is making me mad. Doesn't matter though.
Frygars are scary.
Could you imagine that? Digging underground and seeing this giant monster in your face?
Well, the whole idea was, the idea of a world under the plate tectonics, that house giant monsters. That's like a conspiracy theory or whatever, but it's used in things like Kong Skull Island to great effect, and the idea is in this game as well.
Oh.
Like you're fighting giant kaiju underground. Liam says, "Dig, Doug."
I almost muffed that up badly.
Yeah, we're playing some Namco Museum today, Liam. We're my plan was to do a later stream than today since I've gotta finish packing and make dinner. So I figured, oh, I'll wake up late and then I'll do the stream, make dinner. It'll be a nice time.
You know what's funny? When I was a kid, I didn't interpret Dig Dug as, like, you know, a guy digging. I interpreted it as him walking through a field.
How? The flowers are on the top. That looks like different layers of sediment.
When I was a kid.
Yes.
I didn't really pay attention to it. It was just like, oh, he's
But I'm just trying I'm kind of confused in how that could be a field.
I think it was mainly the dots in the dirt that was like, oh yeah, that's like grains of something. It just looks like sand to me. It doesn't look like dirt.
Ah, I see.
So, oh, I got cocky. That's on me. Now it's your turn.
Oh boy.
What's up?
No, I'm just thinking.
Oh, I thought you were getting on me.
I'm
first.
stretching.
Ah.
I got my hand up like I look like I'm trying to stop traffic or something.
Liam goes, Dig Dug?
Dig Doog.
I remember my friend Doog.
Doog.
I always hated him. He took my mummy.
You get more points if you drop rocks on him, but
It's hard to do.
it's kind of difficult.
I'm kind of glad you taught
You mean
me.
like this? Aw.
Yeah, exactly like that. I'm kind of glad you introduced me to Mr. Driller, though.
Yeah, Mr. Driller is Taizahori and the woman from Baraduk, because you play as a woman in that game, even though you're in a hazmat suit. So, one of the first female protagonists in the game, predating Samus, by the way. She totally deserves a new game. If you've never seen Baraduk, then you should watch Baraduk. It's terrifying.
Scaly.
It is. The game is legitimately kind of frightening.
Like, outside of just concepts.
Like, it's legitimately got some frightening things to it.
I'll have to see. Oh, this Puka's coming straight for me. Okay.
You'll have to, because, then...
Thought that if I pressed right, it would still continue me going up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at you. You're all fancy, huh?
I had to show off just a little bit.
It's also funny to mention you're almost having the same amount of points as I am on a lower level.
There we go. Yeah, surpassed. Ah, darn it. I just need to be a
I
little
didn't
bit...
realize the flames of the Frygar would hit you there.
Yeah,
I thought you were safe.
They are deceptively large hitboxes. Frygars are frightening beat creatures.
Beat?
Since the Pukas and Frygars show up later in Pac-Man, it's possible that even Pac-Man is canon to the USGF timeline, by the way.
Yeah, I see it, because Pukas show up in as one of the characters in Pac-Man Land 2, if I'm correct.
World
Or sorry.
World 1 and 2.
I meant to say that.
And they're also in 3, I believe. But they show up in other places as well. So there's a fairly well-known furry named Puka, and she's a goat, and I like them. They're cool friends of the channel. But I always, every time I hear them, hear their name, I just think about the little.
The potato creature.
It's not a potato.
What is it supposed to be then?
I have no idea, but I know it's not a potato. Darn it.
I still beat you out on that one.
Well, yeah, you got a little bit further.
I suppose that's fair.
We gotta wait for the timer to run out.
Anyways, y'all want to tell us what game you want to see next?
Yeah, chat. Feel free to keep going.
We have pole position to the Tower of Draga. I feel like I'm mispronouncing the name.
Tower of Druaga.
Druaga, excuse me.
Druaga. You're not mispronouncing it. You're doing just fine. How about we do pole position 2, then we switch games?
Alright.
Because everybody loves some pole position!
You look like a real jerk!
What are you doing out today? I'm taking the lovely family on a drive.
I love how the mom in that car is just like, yeah, he makes fun things from not happening.
he stops fun things from happening.
Like, how... Like, why are you so proud of that? Like, seriously. Oh.
Yeah, so you get to pick courses. Oh, you picked the test course. Or no, you're gonna... Which one are you gonna pick?
I'm waiting for you to press start.
Oh.
Does it not do anything?
No. You have to hit... You have to hit start. It's a one-player game.
Oh.
Alright.
Oh, my lord. I actually like the controls a bit more for this one.
Yep. So in arcades, you'd be using a steering wheel. Yeah. So there was a pole position cartoon that aired during the Saturday Supercade.
You're kidding.
I am not kidding, and it lasted longer than the Saturday Supercade.
Pole position.
Pole position.
I have to see this.
Was
there a narrative?
Yes.
How strong of a narrative?
I don't know. I've never
was it,
seen
like,
it. I
secret?
have never seen the pole position cartoon.
We gotta watch that alongside
Columbo. Yeah, we started watching Columbo the other night, last night. It was really good. You guys should watch Columbo if you haven't watched Columbo.
You aren't cool if you don't watch Columbo.
All right. Let's switch games real quick.
All right.
You got the home. Or did you want to do Miss Pac-Man?
Oh, I thought they were gonna select something else. My bad.
No, I thought we were. My thought was move on to the next disc because we're sitting.
Oh, you can show off Pac-Land.
I could.
You're really good at that.
No.
No.
No, I'm not good at it.
Competition? We're both bad at Pac-Land.
Zeke says, "Oh my god, I love Columbo." I used to watch Columbo a little bit here and there, but I didn't really pay attention because I was a dumb kid. And we started watching it because it was like, you know what?
Always wanted to watch Columbo.
I've seen a little bit of here and there, and I know how to find stuff like that to watch. So it's like, let's just watch it. We watched one episode last night, and then during all of the ad breaks, we were sitting there going, "Oh God, where's he going? What's he doing? Which one of them is gonna die? Oh, I gotta know." And
who's gonna do this? Where is this going?
How is he gonna figure it out? And yeah, no, it was really entertaining.
Like, even at the end, we still don't know, like, how's Columbo gonna do this? Like, yeah, he's got.
And then he set him up. It's like,
The wife is still alive. They're both still alive. Like, dang. I had a lot of fun watching Columbo. I honestly want to do it again.
Yep. And we'll watch the next episode. It'll be fun.
Yay.
It'll be a fun old time.
Yay.
So, Namco Museum Volume 4. It's very likely that you didn't see this one at all. So, we got The Return of Ishtar, Ordine, which is a really interesting game I'd love to show off, and I think Pac-Land. I think, it's Pac-Land. We also have another game there, but I don't feel like reading it out. So do you want?
Does it say 1 player or a?
Do you? I believe it's 2-player, but do you want me to just do it?
Yeah, go for it. You've been having me play games all day.
I've been forcing her to play Pac-Man.
Welcome to the Pac-land.
That's not what I picked, but okay. Okay. Sorry, controls are a little backwards in this one.
I still find it funny I didn't know how to flutter.
Please, no. It's gonna take me a little bit.
Round 17.
Go ahead and catch up on chat if you could.
Yeah,
Oh,
I remember the Pac-Man cartoon.
which one?
No, I was reading it off.
I know, which one?
Not the Ghostly Adventures.
Oh, it seems like you do remember that one, though.
No, bad game. Or show. Yeah, Pac-Man's a bad title. Do not play it.
Anyway,
Pac-Man will come out of the screen and eat your food.
I'm good until we get to the jump boards. Those are quite literally something I suck at dealing with. So, Pac-Land was rather interesting because it predates Super Mario Bros. Like, completely. So the way it functions is that there are 2 buttons on the cabinet, one for left, one for right, and then there's a 3rd button on the left-hand side, or in the center oftentimes, that is a jump button. The one from the 80s, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. So
Isn't that the one where... Isn't that the one where the,
it was by Hanna-Barbera.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
It is by Hanna-Barbera. So, the Pac-Man cartoon from the 80s was done by Hanna-Barbera. I don't believe it's gotten a modern DVD or Blu-ray release. I know it has one, but it's been a while. I do think that if it were to re-release nowadays, it would probably need some remastered cuts and stuff, because it's probably not been stored very well. But this game is actually based both on the games themselves and also the Ghostly Adventures. Or, not the Ghostly Adventures. The 80s cartoon, Hanna-Barbera.
It's scary.
I may be losing my mind. It's not its sole creative liberty, but it was one of them that they did, in fact, have to take into account while making the title. They mostly did it with their own style and flair because Japan is got a bit of a chip on their shoulder for America. They like Americans, but they don't like Americans. They like us, but they think their creative endeavors are a bit better. And that is just something that I can say as a creative in the who's been around their space. Oftentimes, that's where the discussion for their stuff ends. Go ahead and grab the player 2 controller.
I guess I'm player 2 from now on.
Yes, you are.
Banned.
Banned.
Banned to the 2-player dimension.
We're gonna do War 9. Because I want to show this off a little bit. This game's a little interesting.
It looks very interesting.
But, yeah, Pac-Land was more or less like a collaboration between Japan and America, and they didn't have to use anything from our cartoon, but they did. And then when they brought it over to the States, they made it even more like our cartoon. While in Japan, they kept it as its own. And then rather recently, we have a 3rd version of Pac-Land, which replaces Miss Pac-Man and Baby Pac. Yeah, I don't know why they did that.
I don't understand it either.
Alright.
Whoa.
So this is a space shooter. It's a really interesting space shooter. I keep getting hit. It's on the pink ship down here. There's power-ups and stuff that you can collect. You can drop lower attacks with X, and then with circle you can shoot.
There's a shop?
Yep. So here's where you spend your crystals, which is your points, for items. You've got more points than me, so feel free to do it. So that's a speed up plus homing missiles. As you can see, they move a lot faster than me. This
is absolutely nuts.
Yeah, it takes a lot of inspiration from Fantasy Zone. It's kind of great. It's
I can see it.
It's kind of Namco. So here's a unlikely feud you probably didn't know about. Is that Namco's original rival wasn't Nintendo. It was actually Sega for arcades. Because Sega was the heavy hitter for arcade games at the time, but Namco did, just as good work, if not better in some cases. Usually Sega would win out in terms of games, but we'd get better games because of it. It was only in the home space that that Sega was against Nintendo. In Japan, did not matter. Because Nintendo wasn't even playing on Sega's level, essentially. So there's something that you probably didn't know that will blow your mind and really put some thought into perspective. A lot of people focus on the home aspects when it comes to video games and the history, but I honestly feel the arcade history has been very much overlooked and overshadowed.
It's very important too.
But it's incredibly important because it's all about how we get to where we are today. And to me personally, I think that's really important, really interesting.
I did it.
Good job. Alright, well, let's go ahead and finish, let's go ahead and switch it over to the final volume real quick.
Sounds good.
So, the final volume's pretty nice. This is the last one we got in the States. We got 3 more in Japan. I was going to play them. It looks like we might run out of time, though.
Big unfortunate. But you know what? Let's hit it off with a bang.
Yeah.
Well, Pac-Man's lost.
Again.
Uh-oh.
This one's my favorite out of the animations.
I like the break in his eyebrows, by the way. Like they're trying to go for
The art. I really want to see some fans reanimate these, because that'd be really good. Also,
that one model you showed me with the break in the outline was, oh.
It's so good. I know today's a
We did stream a bit late. I kind of wish we did stream a bit earlier.
I do too, but at the same time, my plan for today was also to run a bit late, just to guarantee some things.
Mm-hmm.
So, we got Motocross, Baraduke, Pac-Mania, The Legend of Valkyrie,
Oh,
Dragon
well,
Spirit.
Baraduke's right there.
Yep, and we're gonna give it a go. Baraduke and Pac-Mania are 2 of my favorites on this collection, but Dragon Spirit ain't bad either.
It's much better than Dragon Power.
There's the artwork for it.
Oh, I can see it. Oh, this is gonna be cool. I have no idea what this game looks like.
So, see those little dudes?
I am your friend. Oh my goodness, is this just...
It's not just a space shooter. It is a Metroidvania arcade game.
That's what I was about to say. It looks like Metroid.
Floor 2. Baraduke 2 has way more mechanics in it. But I think Baraduke's really good. It's bound. I think it's in desperate need of a return.
Honestly, this game looks really cool.
By the way, the friendly alien ones, completely freaky. I think they are one of the scariest things to come out of this stuff.
You know what's funny? There's a boss that looks like that in Rondo of Blood.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense.
I think it's the whole floating eye thing.
Well, they're based on a certain type of kaiju in Japan. The floating eye, big mouth thing makes me think of the cacodemons. I think that's how you say it.
Yeah, cacodemon. Yeah. And
Oh.
It reminds me more of the Beholder, but I could see it more as a cacodemon from Doom.
Yeah, it's rather frightening. Down we go. I think I just got to power up. It's been a while since I played Baraduke, so we got two friends, and I still got nothing.
Yay! You got 2 friends.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is a cacodemon.
So this is the woman who marries Taizo Hori from Dig Dug, and then divorces him.
What?
Taizo is a terrible dad. That is something that they specifically state in Mr. Driller. That Taizo Hori is just...
Oh my goodness, you got attacked by Pac-Man.
Yes, I did.
You cannot tell me that's not what it is.
Yeah, this series has a more realistic viewpoint of aliens and stuff in terms of...
It's creepy.
It is. So, and the fact that might be how Pac-Man actually looks outside of his games in Pac-Land is frightening.
Like, this is all really freaky. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of Contra in its art style.
Yep, I could imagine it. It's just on that edge of Uncanny Valley.
Wait.
Nah.
Oh, wait a minute. I see what this is. It's literally just the bonus game thing from Yoshi's Island. So it's a roulette. Oh, these are a gamble. You know what?
It's made by Namco too, so
I just...
They're the ones that made Pac-Man, right?
yes.
Yes. You know what I found really interesting?
What's
You
that?
still haven't seen Terminal Montage's Pac-Man video, have you?
I have.
You have?
Yeah, and it's got themes of Baraduke.
That's what I was like. This game looks like it. Yeah.
And then if you notice, the Pac-Man thing that they showed off for Secret Level also has some themes of Baraduke in it.
I like that.
I know, right? Ain't it neat?
I can't wait till it comes out.
I believe the trailer for the Pac-Man stuff comes out today, by the way.
Oh, does it?
I haven't checked yet, but I know that the code at least drops today.
Oh.
Because their website said so. Well, there we go. I made it to floor 7.
You know what? We got 3 minutes. As far as I'm concerned.
No, it's we're at an hour 42.
Oh. I thought we were going till only 8.
No, I'm going until for the 2 hours.
Ah.
So that leaves us at 8:17. Then I can shut down and start dinner.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Thank you. Yeah.
That was on me.
Chat, what'd you think of Baraduke?
That game is freaky.
I know, right? And there's a sequel to it,
There he is.
and it looks better and runs better. It has more mechanics.
Oh boy. The art style does remind me of Contra a lot, though.
It's really interesting because it's from that time period.
When games were trying to be more realistic in terms of sprite art.
Well, games have always been trying to be more realistic in terms of sprite art, but yeah.
Well, there's a difference between that and, like, trying to go for a more marketable, cartoony style.
Yeah. There is. And going for the realistic horror is frightening every time.
It really is, because sometimes you can't even tell what you're looking at.
So how about we close it off here with some Pac-Mania, because this will probably last a lot longer here. Go ahead and hit start first, and then I'll hit start, and then you hit start. You insert a coin.
Yum yum, I'll eat you up.
You insert a coin, I insert a coin, you start the game. You'll see. So hit start. See? So Pac-Mania is really interesting because you can jump. But coming off of Baraduk, it is such a huge juxtaposition in what Namco was doing. Because, so all of the games in the Namco Museum, something I hadn't told you, is that they were released mostly in order.
Really?
So, Baraduk, Pac-Mania, The Legend of Valkyrie would have all shared a floor. Like the arcade floor, together. They may not be put next to each other,
but they're still on the same floor.
They're still on the same floor. They still would have been around the same time. So, this compared to Baraduk is rather interesting, especially seeing as Pac-Mania got NES ports and stuff.
It did?
Yeah.
I didn't know it got ported to NES.
It got ported to NES, Master System, Sega Genesis, DOS, and multiple different other PC ports.
I do know about the Sega port, because that's typically what most people use.
Yeah, there's an NES port. I encourage you to look it up because it does not run well. It doesn't look nice. I'm sure it plays okay, but it doesn't look well. It uses 3 colors for the entire maze. It's not, it's very darkly shaded. Let me put it that way.
I still find it funny the shading on some versions differ from the others.
Yeah.
Like, some of them look really vibrant, the others look really dull.
Even the arcade ports I've seen of Pac-Mania are a bit off. I've seen the game vibrant before, like on the Battle Collection. I've seen it dull, like it is here. Honestly, I don't know which one I like more. I think they both have merit. Down that goes.
I do really like this. I don't... Like, yes, I almost made a very incorrect presumption that we didn't get another Pac-Man game like this. I would say that, but then Pac-World.
Pac-World?
Pac-Man World, with its 3D mazes.
Yep. I mean, you can't jump in those, but you can platform throughout the rest of the game, so it kind of makes up for the difference. And then there's also Miss Pac-Man's Maze Madness.
Maze Madness.
Which you also can't jump in, but that's got some puzzle elements that are really fun. But yeah, I like the theming here. I like Pac-Mania.
I don't blame you. I had this on one of the handheld compilations that they had for Namco.
Game Boy Advance, I'm assuming?
No. It was one of those like prepackaged handhelds that was like, oh yeah, you get 3 games plus this.
Oh, okay, it's one of those.
But it was not a bad. It was not a bad little console. It had Pac-Man. It had Pac-Land. Freaking Pac-Land. Jeez.
Pac-Mania.
Pac-Mania.
You're getting as bad as me.
And Pac-Panic.
Pack Attack, as it's known in the States.
No. It was actually Pack Panic. It was not Pack Attack.
Wait, it was running the PAL version?
Yes.
That's a shame.
But it played very well, and I enjoyed it. Pac-Mania was the one that I played the most, though, because I was like, dude, this is the craziest version of
It's
Pac-Man I never played
the
before.
best Pac-Man game. I played on real hardware, by the way, for this. I found a cabinet at a game store that no longer exists, sadly. They had a working machine. They couldn't drum up enough hype, though, within their final couple of months, and they got kicked out. I loved going to that one, and the bad thing is oh, darn it, I should hit the button. Actually, no, I couldn't hit the button because that's
That's the jumpy one.
yeah. Well, now it's your turn, Case. Try to beat my score. Good luck. That's good.
Come on, come on. Yeah, I got it. I don't think you talk too much about how well you know most of the boards for most of these games.
I know them rather well, both because I played them a lot. So when I was growing up, right, my dad, after my parents' divorce, ended up introducing me to the NES. Because my uncle had it, and my uncle saw that I was a bit sad, and between my uncle and my dad, they ended up showing me what the NES was. However, long before that, I had a PSP. And I still have that PSP. I still play that PSP from time to time. And my dad made me choose between games at the store. The thing about my dad was that he liked games as much as I like games. Maybe not as much, but he has a good appreciation for it because he grew up with it. He grew up with the NES, he grew up with the Super Nintendo, he had a bunch of stuff. Well, sooner or later, while we were looking at PSP games, because it was, I think, either my birthday or something, I was like 6, right? I was like 5 or 6. Maybe I was 7. But I was old enough to pick my own games. And my dad said, okay, you can pick a game. One. And I wanted Naruto. Because I was watching Naruto on TV. However, my dad insisted that I get the Namco Museum. And I was a little upset because I didn't want the Namco Museum, but he insisted because there were more games on the disc, right? And I wasn't too happy. I was like, I really wanted Naruto. I'm sure this will be fun though. And I started playing, and I was like, this is awesome. And I got really obsessed with Pac-Man. And from there, I wanted to play Pac-Man World 3. I wanted to play Pac-Man World 2. I wanted to play Pac-Man World. I wanted to get as much out of it as I could. I kept renting Pac-Man World Rally for PS2. Eventually, I ended up getting it on PSP. Every time a new Pac-Man cartoon would come out, I'd learn about the original, Saturday Supercade. That was when I learned about the Saturday Supercade. Was while looking at a whole bunch of stuff, because I was like, I was just trying to learn more. And upon trying to learn more, because, there's this whole history and whatnot behind all of this stuff, I ended up coming upon the Pac-Man 80s Hanna-Barbera cartoon, and when the Ghostly Adventures came out, I was really hopeful that the games that were released for it were like Pac-Man World, because I didn't land on it. Because I was really into those games. I really do have an appreciation for the characters and the love of the story, of what the game developers were trying to do at the time. Did you know the pizza myth behind Pac-Man is completely fake?
I figured.
It's hogwash, but it sounds better, so they run with it. And they said, why get in the way of a good story, right? The real reason, if you go digging well enough, is like, it's marketable. It's cute. It was part of what marketing thought was cute. The pizza story, though, makes for better storytelling, and it fits better with Pac-Man, and there is some inkling of truth behind it, it's just not the whole truth. So...
I mean, I always thought that as a kid.
No,
not like I didn't hear about the story, but I was like, oh, my pizza kind of looks like Pac-Man.
Yeah, well that was the whole point behind it. It was like, kids would get it, parents would get it, it'll be fine. But yeah, the pizza story, total hogwash. But I liked learning all this stuff. It got me interested. Playing that game on PSP was something that really changed the way I saw video games. And now, instead of looking at them as a moment of reprieve or rest or relaxation or just a game to be ignored, I now see them as little sound bites into history, glimpses at the past, things to really look at and examine and explore. And that's not something that I see a lot of people look at. And that's why I started this YouTube channel in the first place, was because I wanted to keep doing that, because I had found myself at a moment where I had stopped researching. And I didn't want that. I also wanted to teach people stuff, and there's just all sorts of reasons behind it. I'm surprised you didn't get the other power pellet. Go for it! Yeah!
That's what I was trying to do, maximize the amount of points I could get out of it.
You know what's scary about maximizing points, right?
What?
You tend to not get as far in levels when you maximize points.
That's fair. But I'm trying to beat you in terms of score, and I'm gonna do it.
You're gonna do it?
Yeah.
You Ingy.
Yeah. I do that.
You do that.
I do the thing. Oh!
Oh, he clipped you.
I thought I had enough time.
I would absolutely love to see a 3D remake of Pac-Mania.
Wasn't there a arranged?
No.
No, what was that you were playing on PSP?
Pac-Man arrangement is not at all.
Really?
It's your round.
I wasn't paying attention. I thought
No, you looked over at me and I died.
See you. Oh well.
Good try, Case. Good try.
I tried. I attempted and tried. But yeah, I thought... Actually, you should tell them about arrangement sometime.
So there's arrangement for arcades, which is its own thing. And then there's arrangement PSP, which is also its own thing. It takes the level themes from arrangement and does its own thing with them. And I honestly really prefer the PSP port, but the problem is that there's no good home console version of Pac-Man arrangement PSP. There's just not. Every single one of them has input lag or other problems.
Heavy input lag, to the point to where I couldn't play them.
Yeah, I almost finished that round, too.
You were so close.
Alright, oh, we're only at 56. Well...
Let's see what other things they have while Pac-Man stares at us from the void.
Well, we could show off the Baraduke museum area.
Oh yeah, we could.
But yeah, I was really down about that. However, in recent times, I did look back at that Naruto game for PSP.
Yeah, it was awful.
It was awful.
Yeah, I figured.
It was god awful. There is not a chance in heck I would have had fun with that game. It would have put me off from anime as a whole. Meanwhile, the Namco Museums, well,
didn't put me off from everything. Well, they're charming, they're clever, and the one on the PSP, while there has a focus on multiplayer, all the games there are fantastic. And while you don't have as much, you have more than what one disc on PlayStation would have. You have more well-rounded experiences. Where's the Baraduke door? It was just a wall.
That was a wall? I thought I saw a door there. To your right.
There was the Legend of Valkyrie and the other. Legend of Valkyrie, Dragon Spirit.
Oh, my bad.
I don't know where the Baraduke room is, unless that is a hidden game. Which is likely. They did like to do hidden games.
That's so evil. Why?
It's alright, I can show up motocross.
I do like the later museum more than
The first
early
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just a lot better put together.
I mean, look at this. I just lost my lunch.
Me and Truman learned about this game, and then we found out that it had it was gonna have an Xbox Live, live service version put out,
Ooh,
but it didn't end up coming out.
that's
They
unfortunate.
canceled it, and it looked really fun. It had local multiplayer. It looked great.
Motocross.
Yeah,
So this has nothing to do with.
motorbikes, no. So you run and you jump, and you try to avoid the Coke cans coming at you. You've got a timer. This is the birth of a genre, by the way. I'll let you guess which genre.
Auto scrollers.
Endless Runner.
Oh.
Motocross matters in a way that, yeah. But the whole area is basically blown up and you just gotta get to the end. I think it's based on a bit of Tron and, yeah. I don't know. I think it's based on Tron at least.
I
a
like
little
the
bit.
music.
It's good. Well, Case, how about you play it while I do the outro here? So, chat, that's all that's all I've got planned for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will be at MFF this year from tomorrow going on through Sunday. So if you want to hang out and vibe and talk games, I'll be there. If you want to check out the stuff in the description, we have a donation link on your screen or in the description below. We've also got Twitter. You can follow me at GavinDragonYT, or I suppose it's called X now. More people are calling it that. But I've also got Blue Sky if you want to follow me over there. Same at. I've also got a Discord in the description and a Telegram group, and you can even play our game down there as well on the itch.io called Spiral Path. But that's everything from me. I've been your humble host. Good night, everybody.